Hello, Sagittarius. Here's your reading for the week of February 19th through about the 25th. These are general, so take what works, and what doesn't work just doesn't work. But if you stumble upon this reading at a later date, there may be something in it for you. But let's see what the cards have to say. In your recent past position, you have the King of Swords. In your current energies, you have the Ten of Cups. In your near future position, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Your challenge for the week is the Nine of Cups reversed. And what is recommended for you is the Four of Cups. So, the recent past position, the King of Swords, he's very intelligent. This could have represented some type of person who was able to assist you in a certain kind of way. Somebody who might have been an expert in a certain particular field or something. Or had a lot of knowledge. This could even represent you, that you've kind of gained a level of clarity with a situation. You kind of are able to help others, maybe with some of your wisdom or your knowledge. You're able to kind of offer help to other people, or other people seek you out for help in a particular area because you're seen as like an expert, or you just really gained a level of like clarity and independence in a way. And you can kind of see things very clearly, and you're able to kind of make a very rational, logical decision in certain areas. So now your current energy is the Ten of Cups, and this is indicating like a happy time for you. This is like the happy family card. Things are going very well. You feel very content, or things around you appear very content. And it's like a happy phase. It's just a very happy phase. So I really kind of wonder for some of you if you've kind of, I don't want to say graduated something, but you've leveled up in some kind of way in your life. Because the King of Swords, to me, he kind of represents leveling up. He's no longer a student. He's like the king now. So I wonder if some of you maybe got a better job or something, or things are going very well for you. And now that's caused you to have this happiness in your home, this happiness in your life, or that type of feeling. So, but what's coming in for you is the Wheel of Fortune. Now with this card indicates to me, I always get it when I get like a lucky break, but sometimes this card could be like almost like things aren't quite going well, and then all of a sudden you get a lucky break. So, but this card always reminds you that the wheel is always turning. Sometimes you have lucky moments, sometimes you don't have lucky moments, but then if you're not going through a lucky phase, it'll turn eventually and you're going to go through the lucky phase. But always remember, during the lucky phase, it's not going to last forever. You're going to eventually be back on the bottom again. So it's kind of like, it's always reminding you that it's a process. Life is kind of like this circular process of kind of happiness, non-happiness, type of thing. So I think this is kind of saying that you're going to get some kind of lucky break, but when you get it, you take the opportunity in a sense, or appreciate it as it's going on. Now, your challenge for the week is the Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, this is interesting because this indicates kind of like not being very satisfied. So I think whatever's going on, there's a lot of positive aspects around you, but you may not be fully satisfied with it. You might feel that you don't have enough, or you've reached a level that you should be excited about or happy or satisfied with, but for something within you, you're not emotionally happy yet. So that's just kind of your challenge, and something that I think you need to be aware of. And the Four of Cups is recommended for you. So now with this card represents, kind of this person being given opportunities, and they're just not taking any of the opportunities. They're not satisfied with any of the opportunities. But what I think, because it's recommended for you, I think this is saying take another look around you, because I feel like some of these things, maybe this is indicating that you need to kind of review something again. You might be feeling that you're not fully happy, but maybe there's something that is kind of being presented or going on that you need to take a second look at, and maybe try to, I don't want to say get in the game, but maybe realize it's actually pretty good, or it could be very good for you long term. But also, this card to me sometimes can indicate that you need to wait. You're going to know for yourself and your situation if it's kind of like take a second look at everything, or if it's like, wait for the right opportunity to come to you, because you're going to know for yourself. So that's what I get with that one. But let's see what else we get for you guys. Okay, first up you have Canary Spirit. Sing your own song. This King of Swords, when I think of him as a person, he's not quite the most out-of-the-box thinker. He's very logical. He's very practical. He's probably going to be more of a traditional type of person. He's or have traditional views. So I wonder if some of you, if let's say something you gained some kind of level of mastery or knowledge, or something in your life kind of went really well, or you started something, I don't know, how do I want to say this? Maybe you started something that's kind of very, or you're in a field that's just very, I don't want to say traditional, but you're kind of doing it the tried and true way with whatever, and things are going very well. But I wonder if for some of you, with the Nine of Cups reverse and the Four of Cups, you might not really be feeling that it's 100% you. Maybe you're a little bit, outside the box thinker. Maybe you're a little bit more, I don't know, some of us are a little, we walk to the beat of our own drum type of people. So you might be that kind of person that's walking to the beat of your own drum. And I wonder if this week, or what's coming in for you, is you're going to be spinning the wheel, and maybe you're deciding to take whatever something, you're going to add a little bit of yourself into a situation or work or whatever this represents, and you're taking a risk. Like either it's going to go well or it's not going to go well. So I wonder for some of you if that's what this is about. But sing your own song. I think this is saying that regardless, you need to make yourself happy. Your life is kind of what you created. And if you're creating something that you're not obviously satisfied with, you need to just try to adapt it a little bit to being, put yourself into it as well. Don't forget, don't leave yourself out, Sagittarius. You got to put yourself a little bit in there. So, and maybe sing your own song. There's a way to do that. There's a way that you can still have this, kind of traditional aspect, kind of have things really go well, but then you're implementing some of your little quirkiness or however it is with you, and to make it a little bit more fulfilling to you is what I'm saying. Now, appetite, get out of your comfort zone. And here we have, again, I think this is like going with a sing your own song, that maybe you're a little bit disheartened because you're feeling that this is not really you 100% with whatever this represents, and you want to, maybe this opportunity is saying that, okay, well, why aren't you so satisfied? Maybe there's a way you could just do something a little different, or create your own opportunity, or throw something in there that would be more fulfilling to you. So I think this is saying that you need to really look at your options here as well. Okay, so then you have Pink Opalite, be kind to yourself. And I think for some of you, you might be getting a little bit frustrated, because I feel like with this Nine of Cups, it's kind of like you're just, you should be happy about something, but you're not really happy. So it's kind of that like blah moment. But sometimes we have that moment. So don't beat yourself up about it. And Palm Tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility. And I feel like that's really going with this King of Swords. I feel like this is a lot of stability here. And I think whatever you've built or whatever you've kind of done, it's going to provide a lot of stability for you in the future. And it's going to be endurance. So I think that even though you might be rolling the dice, coming up for you, I think whatever you've already built or you've accomplished is really going to still be there. You just might need to be adding a little bit of you to the situation, or shifting it up a little bit. Girl talk, time with friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, having fun. And I wonder, because the King of Swords to me, of all the kings, he's not really the one that, he's not going out and he's partying. Like he's going to be working, like he's going to be at home, kind of thinking and working and studying or whatever. So he's not really like my party guy, And I wonder if you might need to just, to kind of shift out of some of this, you might need to have a little bit of you time, especially be kind to yourself. Maybe you've just been all work and you've been really achieving a lot, but it's making you feel like, yeah, I have everything, but I'm not really happy. Maybe going out with a friend or something, being a little silly, doing something silly could help you kind of breathe a little bit of a refreshment into your life again. And true love, this is the romance of a lifetime. And I feel like, to me, I think that although you're not overly satisfied currently, I think that whatever you've really worked on, whatever this King of Swords moment represents for you, I think it's going to be good, because you also have that endurance and stability. So I think it's going to really be around for a long time. So I think that's really, really good. And honestly, anytime because I wonder for some of you if you're currently wondering if you made the right decision. Like with whatever this represents for you, I think things are going well, but you might be feeling, oh, maybe I didn't make the right decision. But I think anytime we commit to something long term, in a sense, or longer term, you go through that. It's almost like you're married to a situation. It's like you're going to have for better and worse. So you might be having a little bit of a moment where, although everything seems good, on the inside are just feeling, kind of a little bit of a blah. But I kind of think this Wheel of Fortune is going to be shifting things around for you, though. I think that's good. I think you're going to be shifting around, and I think internally you'll be shifting around. So that's fantastic. Okay, so then for your positive quote for the week, you have adjust your sails when the wind doesn't blow your way. And I feel like this is you having to kind of either relook at some options or refigure out certain aspects in your life that will bring you a little bit more happiness and just sail that way. And then for your positive affirmation card, you have, today I feel worthy. Today I will accept all the wonderful things in this life. And I think that is wonderful, and I think that's beautiful. Because some of you might be just getting down on yourself a little bit. Like, I think you're doing really well, but sometimes you could be doing really well on the outside, but internally we just feel like something's not quite right. And maybe it's just because you've been working so hard for something for so long, you're almost expecting something to go wrong. But I just think you just need to kind of be kind to yourself, Okay, and for your little Bob Ross quote, we have, you have to allow the paint to break to make it beautiful. Okay, so let me read that again. You have to allow the paint to break to make it beautiful. So I think this is very interesting because I think like with the King of Swords, I don't want to say I think he's a little bit rigid, but I think he could be a little bit more set in the ways of traditional aspects or traditional thinking or what he really sees or deems as the way to do something. I think he would always look at all the options, but I think he kind of has a set way of what he feels is the best. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But I think for some of you, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, the Wheel of Fortune is like, okay, we're going to spin this wheel. We're going to see what happens. It's kind of leaving it up to chance. It's kind of also representing things outside of your control a little bit. But I think Bob Ross is here saying to you today that if you're feeling like something, you're not very satisfied. And I think some of this could be certain expectations that you have placed, even though everything is going well and you should be satisfied. It could be feeling that you don't have enough, or you don't have like everything that you've really desired at the moment. I think this is saying that I feel like this is just saying that you just need to take a chance. I just kind of wonder if you got into like a little bit of stale energy here, and although things are going well, you might just feel stale. I just really feel like you might be a little stale energy. And I feel like allowing the paint to break to make it beautiful is the Wheel of Fortune, because when you paint, like, I'm not an artist, so it definitely would be, I'd be rolling the dice on that canvas, because some people have these, they can see where everything needs to go and they understand the concepts of everything. Me, if I paint, like, we're going to see how this goes. It's probably not going to go well, but we're going to see what turns out. So I would be rolling that dice because I'm not an expert in that field. Like, that's not my expertise. So, but I think this is saying that if you have, like, I feel like this represents here like a little bit of a bubble, and there's something that you might not be satisfied with, and maybe you just have to roll the dice and try something new or add something to the bubble. But it could be, I don't want to say disturbing the bubble, but you might just be kind of changing certain things up a little bit going forward with this type of Four of Cups, kind of assessing opportunities or situations. So yeah, sometimes you have to go for it, is basically what Bob Ross is saying. Now, for your spirit of the dish that shall be with you this week, you have the spirit of the Holy One, which is the spirit of the bagel. Okay. Now, for your dinner and a movie, you have Italian food and drama films. For the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Cancers here, and they're about emotions and habits and kind of getting in touch with their feelings a lot. And I feel like you might need to get kind of a little bit more in touch with a little bit of like the feelings and what you want and why do you feel the way you're feeling. Like if you're feeling a little blah, like why are you feeling blah? What's making you Sagittarius feel blah? And then you need, also you have Libra here, and this is about kind of balance. And it's, to me, it says it's more of like a balance thing. Like I feel like you might need to have a little bit more of a balance or bring in balance or something you might be feeling is not fully balanced, but there might be a way, even sometimes the way is just something in our minds. We can just shift something up in our minds and it helps us out. So, and then this little devil guy here is Mercury, and we all know him. He's about communications and thought processes. So there might be a way that you're thinking or communicating, or there might be a better way that you can think or communicate even with yourself. Sometimes we communicate very negatively with ourselves, and that's a lot of the times a lot of the problems. So you'll know for yourself though. And then you also have Neptune, and this is about visions, creativities, and illusions. So you have the second house, which represents money, possessions, physical environment, and your self-esteem. And you have the sixth house, which represents health, details, order, work, and structure. You have number 5 here, which is an odd number. So that means our special guest here today that will be answering your question will be the Magic 8 Ball. Okay, he'll be out shortly. So think of your questions, Sagittariuses. And then what do we get here? We have F, S, A, T, E, E, M, W, N, L, and you have the number 8. And you have nurture. So this could just be that you need to be more nurturing to yourself, or you just kind of, maybe you nurturing some kind of concept or idea or something that maybe will bring a little life back into your soul, is what this is representing, but you'll know for yourself. Okay, let's see what little charmy we get for you. And we have the sheep. So this guy, he represents dreams to me. So there might be kind of like a dream that you've always had that you're not really like going after because you always just kind of thought it was a dream. I wonder if he's saying that because you're having this 4 of Cups is recommended for you, but I wonder if there might be something else that you might be feeling a little like blah at the moment, but I wonder if there's some kind of dream or goal or wish that you've always had. And maybe this is saying now might be the time to do it, you know? And I wonder if some of you will be going after it, because I think some of you actually are very in a stable position currently, you know? I think you've kind of leveled up in a certain field or a certain area of your life, and now you have kind of everything you want, but you still feel like something's missing. So I think some of you are going to be reevaluating certain things and maybe rolling the dice a little bit coming up for you. And maybe it's you going after some type of dream or some type of desire you've always had, but that just got pushed to the side because it was never the right time to really go after it. So you'll know for yourself. Okay, now it is time. We are going to bring our special guest out. Think of your question, Sagittariuses, and let us ask. Oh, mystical, magical 8 Ball, the mightiest ball of all the balls in the world. What is the answer to Sagittarius' question? It says, very doubtful. The 8 Ball has spoken. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.